Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is Mattel's San Diego ComicCon 2016 exclusive Shira in 4 months or less. You're probably familiar with the old saying that goes, you can please some of the people all of the time and all of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. What you probably don't know is that the original ending of that saying is always cut off and goes ... And don't even bother with toy collectors, because no matter what you do, they're a bunch of overgrown babies who will never be happy even if you give them exactly what they asked for. I blame their parents. Maybe if these adult children actually had to work hard for something or fight for anything, they would understand what sacrifice is and how difficult being creative can be, and then they might have something to really complain about after they put their heart into something only to have so-called fans dismiss it on its surface. It always gets cut off. This Shira figure or doll is a beautiful creation that looks and feels like the result of truly passionate, genuinely talented creative people coming together to make something that is beyond impractical to manufacture from a pricing standpoint in today's action figure or doll market a reality just because. It doesn't fit the existing scale of He-Man or She-Ra figures. There are no other dolls to go with it. She's presented in a giant box, which contains a giant box, beautifully illustrated with She-Ra and her friends battling Catra and all of her cohorts. That box contains a box that features a beautiful illustration of She-Ra and Swiftwind and the classic blue and pink starburst effect behind them. And if you want to know who all those passionate creative people are who made this figure doll a reality, they're all listed in the credits on the back of the box. Inside is a recreation of Castle Grayskull that stands about as tall as the actual vintage Castle Grayskull. The 2 columns can be opened to reveal her alternate outfits and accessories. She-Ra herself is held in place with a series of golden ribbons in a semi-permanent manner. While you can put her back in the box, good luck getting all those ribbons tied just right so that it looks as good as it did when you took it out. Standing 12 inches tall, she's a deluxe collector scale figure by most definitions, but is she actually a doll? Where's the line? The 6-inch Masters of the Universe Classics She-Ra would never be mistaken as a doll by anyone except my dad, who does it on purpose because he knows it pushes my buttons. She is obviously an action figure. This She-Ra comes with a stand, 3 different handsets, 3 different outfits, allowing her to change between Princess Adora, a classic animated She-Ra, and an outfit based more on the vintage doll, 2 different power swords, and her shield. All she's missing is a scale Swiftwind. All this cool stuff, but the selling point, the play feature, seems like it's still about changing clothes as opposed to posing, and yet she's very posable. My Hot Toys Captain America First Avenger figure would never be called a doll because it's a very expensive, tough-looking army superhero. It is clearly a high-end 12-inch action figure with an emphasis on articulation and cloth goods outfit. Mrs. Toy Galaxy, a vintage doll collector and expert, took one look at this She-Ra and was disappointed. I mean, yeah, she liked the treatment, the hair, the sword, the boots, the faux leather dress. She likes vintage She-Ra, but to her, this piece read too much as a 12-inch action figure, not enough as a Barbie-scaled doll. Even she couldn't really explain it. Vintage She-Ra was in scale with vintage He-Man and the rest of the Masters of the Universe, but was she a doll or an action figure? I watched a lot of old He-Man and She-Ra toy commercials on YouTube, and there is no question that He-Man figures were referred to as figures, and She-Ra dolls were referred to as dolls, case closed on the vintage line. But what is this? This She-Ra just might be the crossover piece to bridge the 2 worlds, forever rendering the line between action figure or doll irrelevant. She's a creation that any Master of the Universe collector should be proud to have in their collection. If you didn't buy her when she was available at San Diego ComicCon 2016 or the very small window on MattyCollector.com that week, then this is an easy pass. But if you already have every She-Ra figure and doll ever made, if you already have plenty of 12-inch scale pieces in your collection, she's a must-have, so buy her if you see her, and if you see 2, leave 1 for the next collector. I'm gonna nail this one.
You should.
Right in its camera balls. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and let producer Greg and I know in the comments below where you think the line is between doll and action figure, or if it just doesn't matter. And if my dad is watching this, you should know that I worked it out with my therapist. He assured me that when you were saying, I wish you would stop playing with dolls, what you were actually saying was, I love you. To you, Dad, I just want to say, I wish you would stop playing with dolls too.
Cut.